But I do want to talk about the story of Mortal Kombat 11 though. Now we
I
kind of
mean,
straight up
we probably can do that, but probably like next time.
next time.
It's been like an hour
Yeah.
or so, like right?
What you think? Let me look.
It's 2:30.
It's almost yeah, almost been an hour.
Yeah.
Almost
So
been an hour.
fuck.
Cool.
So that's
Cool.
good. So I don't want to. If I want to talk about it, I want to have knowledge on it.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I've been
Well,
looking on
I guess
some
if
of the stuff.
anything, it was. And I know we will leave there. I do know about the story just
Mhm.
because I was looking because like I said I'm all about the story. Just seeing how it was before and then at the very end and how it went back and started over and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like yeah, well let's just say that for another time for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
What do you think is the worst job to have?
The worst job to
Yeah.
have.
I just came out. That came out the blue.
If anything, like, do you mean like more of like pay or you mean?
No,
like
I mean
what
fuck
you're
it. Say every job in
doing?
the world makes awesome money. What's the worst job to have? At that
Damn,
point?
how awesome.
You know, I can't even
feel
say that because
I
if
feel
I
like
had a clean,
what would you consider awesome money?
that's a difficult question. Period. I think the worst
Same.
job in the world is like probably a slave. Yeah, think about that. Huh? That was deep. I don't want to go that deep. So, what do you think is the worst? Like,
you gotta come back. I'm like,
right?
"What? Too
You gotta
far.
come back
too,
up.
Too deep. Too deep.
Shit,
Too
still a
deep.
job. The worst job in the world, probably like I don't know. Some people like cleaning, so I couldn't even say a janitor. I couldn't say retail. Some people like customer service. I fucking hate customer service.
I used to love customer service.
What?
to be
What part?
honest. Just the fact that like, cause I love talking, I love helping people, I love cheering
Here's my
people
thing
up.
about customer
And that was
service,
the thing
bro.
about that. Go
I
ahead.
feel like the employees forget what it's like to be a customer, and the customers forget what it's like to be an employee. So I always hate it. You like as an employee, you always feel like the customer should be like, "Why are you being such a bitch?" And as an employee, as a customer, like, "Why can't you just give me the shit that I want? I'm paying for it."
I feel
Yeah.
like that, but I guess my way I've looked at it was that I don't think that employees forget their employees. Or
No, I said
customers.
employees forget that what
Customers.
customers like. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like what it is like just for me being, working fast food joints and being at a
You
retail
working in a
job.
fast food joint?
I used to.
What? Okay.
I did 4 years.
Really?
Yeah,
That's before I knew you, huh?
Yeah, first job, 4 years, McDonald's.
Oh,
And then I went from there and I went to my next job and that's 6 years and then now I'm
yeah.
doing this.
Doing this, yeah.
So like, and honestly, even before I was doing that retail, I worked at another retail. I worked 2 jobs.
You know what's
Multiple
crazy, bro?
points.
Like, you've had like 3, 4 jobs. I've had like 12, 13, bro.
I just
Yeah.
stay, man.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And it's just like, and honestly, man, my opinion on it, I think that customers forget that we're human beings.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
think that's
saying.
what it really boils. And I honestly,
yeah.
I feel like management, because it's usually just management at this point. It's
Mhm.
never really just in people. Because when you think about it, when you go to your job, you have your set of people you talk to, people you just like, oh man, I'm okay with, and people you just don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Usually
Yeah.
yourself. And as long as you guys just do your thing, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody really makes an issue. It's management that's usually, oh, we got to worry about budgeting, and they come down.
Well, you came
and
back
leave
to
and-
what you said before, man. Like, when you're a mercenary, how much respect you get?
Right. Pretty much none.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like in a sense,
It's your job, do it.
some mercenaries do get respect.
Cause bro, I'm not finna disrespect a mercenary like a real gun for hire, cause the nigga would kill me.
Right. Well, I mean,
feel
besides,
me?
I mean, besides that, because I'm pretty sure even though like those mercenaries do get whatever the money, whatever, I'm pretty sure they do not get treated with the utmost respect. It's just, oh, you do this
Yeah.
job and
Yeah.
you just got my face. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like, oh, how you doing?
Yeah, no.
You know what's going on and
Doesn't
stuff
happen.
like that. We don't know.
What, bro? Look, like I told you, you don't really be associated with the mercenary because that means I don't fucking know. I've never had a mercenary in my life. You know what I'm saying? But you can't make the connection like, oh, if I hang out with a mercenary and make sure he's good, that's gonna draw attention towards you.
I'm
You know
not
what
saying.
I'm
I'm
Yeah.
meaning more like you take care of people who take care of you. That type of
I
sense.
wish that was the case.
I feel like this probably is the case in some cases.
So,
I feel like there's
but I
some
wish it
cases.
was like when it comes to the workspace. Like here's
Oh, yeah.
my issue now because where I'm at with my job, like I feel like the supervisor, like you said, they forget you're a grown up. Like, I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah,
Like
they don't respect.
first of all, they don't talk to me crazy because I stay on the radar, but I don't like some of the bullshit they do. But that comes from like, when I used to truck. Like you don't really have nobody tell you what to do. Like
Right.
you can call your boss if you want to. That's if you got a question, but he ain't finna hit you like, yo, what are you doing? What time? Nah, you get your shit on the little computer, and you just gotta deliver it on time. And if you late, tell him you're gonna be late. But it's like you get up, you eat, you sleep, you start work, you get off work when you feel like you want to,
Right.
because you're a grown ass person, you're a human being. You have a job to do.
Right.
Do your
Hold yourself
job.
accountable.
Hold yourself accountable. But they send you out there with these $1 million products, because the trucks alone can be close. I don't know how much they cost, but it's a grip. Plus the shit you carrying in the back, you can easily have $1 million load. You feel me? So it's like they trust you to go across the motherfucking country with this shit, and I feel like most jobs should be like that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like go off and do what you want. People fuck off on jobs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people
I
fuck off on jobs.
And it's usually the ones you fuck up on jobs, the ones that get over.
But see, the shit like this, like, when you get paid by the hour, I think that fucks up everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Say, like, for example, if you work in a call center, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's all inbound calls. And they're saying, okay, we're going to pay you 20 cents for every call you take. You're going to be on those calls busting ass to get through as many calls as you can. You feel me? Like with trucking, it's like you're going to pay you by the mile. So it's like, nigga, I got to get on the road. Because I don't care if I'm working for 10 hours this day, but if I drive to 100 miles, that ain't shit. Compared to, like, if I'm working an 8-hour day and I drive 500 miles because I'm on my shit, they give you the incentive to do it yourself.
Right.
You feel me? But
so
if
commission, what
yeah,
you're saying.
well, I don't want to say commission.
It kind of sounds
But,
like commission.
well, commission
you get paid for.
Commission is more like a sale.
It's a sale, but I mean, they do compare off of your performance. It's not hourly based. It's
Right.
performance.
Yeah, because if you're doing commission, like, if you don't sell it, but you worked hard on the sale, you don't get paid. But if you're doing something like the miles or whatever, or if you're taking phone calls or whatever, or for fast food, it's like for every burger you make, you get paid this amount of money. So you like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to work harder because that's your bread now. If you want to take the lazy day off, nobody finna gripe you for it, but we ain't finna pay you for it. So the niggas that slack off, they not going to work. But I digress. You really can't really put that into anything because you're doing a retail job. Like if you're working at a Macy's,
Right.
you can't pay by every shirt you fold up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's difficult, but it just feels like when the mass micromanagement jobs, I feel like they're fucking terrible.
I honestly like what I've learned just is like because everybody has their own insecurities. And I've learned that.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
And I mean to a point where like, and this is what I mean by people who are lazy to get over. Because like you have people who have attitude to get over too. Like for example, you have the person who won't do his job, who's lazy, and since they know that they don't have the managers have the confidence in them to go deal with that tyrant, that problem. Oh, I'm gonna just go to this nice guy who works hard and he does all this. I'm gonna just tell him to do it. And if he says no, I'm gonna force him to do it. I'm gonna make him do it and make him feel bad about it. And therefore, if he don't do it, I'm gonna hold him accountable for it because I'm too much of a coward to go and talk to this person and say, do your job. And that's something I've dealt with personally experienced.
Well, you know what Bill Gates said,
And
now, right?
What would he say?
If you want a job to be done, like a fast food to find a way your job to be done, hire a lazy person, because they're gonna find the corners to cut. Like I feel like me personally, like I could be lazy as shit when it comes to work, especially if I figure out the system.
Right.
Like, oh, this how this shit work? Well, I ain't really gotta do that part right there. That's kind of like busy work.
Right.
You feel me? So even Bill Gates said it. He's like, you find a lazy person to figure out how to cut your corners, you be profitable, because they'll still get the job done. They're gonna find the easiest way to do it.
But at the same time, I feel like it does, but it don't. Because if you cut corners, like for example, I can give you a personal experience.
Every company cut corners though, fam.
I know, but I mean more of like this, and I guess they do, but they don't. I feel like just from my experience alone, I feel like it's the people who work hard that suffer from it.
Well, yeah,
because we have to do the
Bruh,
work. Because
slavery.
They don't want to do it. Yeah, but I mean, if that was the case, that's like well, I mean, technically, when it comes down, you're a prisoner when you clock in at your job. You can't leave. You can't. Go
you can do.
anywhere,
Yeah, that's bullshit.
You can.
I hate when people say that. You can always do that.
You can, but I mean, like you're giving up your job. But like in a sense, you technically are a prisoner of your job because you can't just go and leave. And if you want a job later, you can't just get up and leave it.
I disagree with that because look at the way the world's set up, bro. Like, say your toilet breaks tomorrow, you know how to fix it? Nope. People's toilets break every day. Find you a trade, fam. That's the thing about our generation is like we don't want to find a trade. Like we have to go and do these 9-to-5 jobs, or we're listening to like we can find a fucking trade. You can learn how to fix cars by watching YouTube. You can learn how to fix lightings by watching YouTube. It's all there. Most people have to go to school to be a plumber. You can go and you probably have to go to school to get the license, right. But you can go on YouTube and figure out how to fix your fucking toilet. But yet you're gonna pay somebody to do it. You don't have to go to work. You can find a fucking trade. Find a fucking trade. anybody that's an entertainer or someone to play sports, that's a fucking trade. They hone their craft.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when we get tired, it's like, oh, I need this fucking job. No, you don't. You just being lazy. Because you don't want to find a fucking trade. Because there's somebody shit that's always broke that's too lazy to fix it themselves because they have to go to work. Yeah. But if your trade is to fix that shit, like, I mean, I know when the sink broke in my spot, the nigga came out and did some shit and it was like $150, right? But he didn't really fix shit. It was broke like the next week. And then I had to look on YouTube, figured it out. Mad easy work. I could have fixed it the next day. And I was like, fuck. That was 30 minutes of my life that I spent on YouTube. Yeah. Instead of paying this dude $150 not to fix the shit. Find yourself a fucking trade. And that's where we get people that do nails. There's really no school to do nails. They just got the bread to open up a shop, whatever. But there's people that can do it at their house. Right. Girls that do hair.
But then there's also certifications and licenses and stuff like that you have to go through.
You don't though.
You do.
You do not. No. If someone said, Cam, my toilet's broke, I'm gonna pay you $200 to come fix it.
I mean, that's it, yeah. But I mean, if you had a facility, you would have to have like.
Why do you have to have a facility?
Like because you have to have like the license to have that location.
Why? Just
it's like having a barber shop.
If you call me, no. Bro, you know how many house to helps barbers there are, tattoo artists there are because they choose not to pay that rent for the seat.
But isn't it technical? I mean,
can't say it's illegal. It's not.
That's interesting. Like I know one of my friends, he was telling me that he's technically not supposed to put it again. That was before he had his license, though.
Yeah.
So he had to have his license.
To do what?
To do barbershop. Because before he had his license, he technically wasn't supposed to be doing
you're not supposed to do it. But that's like, who's going to press you? Like, you cutting... Who's going to get arrested for cutting hair, fam? You feel me?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, who's finna come and knock on the door? You cut hair in it? It's not finna happen. No one's finna come in. But the only thing I can see being an issue of, like, with plumbing, if you had to go underneath the ground or something like that, I can see that being an issue. But if it's like someone changing your ceiling fan, the only person that pays for that at the end of the day is the person ceiling fan if they fuck up your electricity.
Right.
The license is pretty much the piece of paper says, yeah, he can do this shit. But if that's all it is, you feel me? Yeah. So it's like I guess it comes down when it comes down to like, yo, you fucked up my shit and you pay for it. It's like, nah, I'm licensed, like I'm protected. That's the only thing I see coming from it. Right. But it's like, if you can fix the toilet and you need one of the homies in their toilet fix, cool. And it's like, hey, I got a dude that fixes toilets. Is he legit? Yeah, he legit. He ain't got his license, but it's whatever. He ain't gonna charge you as much. Right. You know what I'm saying? You getting paid for the license. So it's like, get you a fucking... There's a dude out there that just learned fucking trades. And you can fix tires, you can fix cars. It's there, bro. You don't have to go to work.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it's crazy you say that because that's honestly what I thought about growing up, too, was about that. It's like if I learn how to, like, go...
Do your own shit,
I can fix my own car. Because it is cheaper to do it because you're paying for it. Like,
you're paying for the parts and that's it. Because, like, I know if you go to get your brakes changed, like, I've changed my own brakes before. And, you know, brakes will run you for, like, $40, $50, 81, so you want some expensive brakes, whatever. It's nothing high end, but just some fucking brakes. Yeah. But if you go to a shop, it'd be, like, $30 for the part, $20 for the labor. Like, bruh.
It took 1 hour.
Bruh, and it take an hour. Yeah. Like, what? Get out of here. Like, so we don't want to find our trades. You feel me? That we were grown up not to think about that type of shit. There's a guy for that.
We're grown up to pay for the convenience. That's what we're
absolutely
paying for the convenience.
That's the American class 101. Pay for the convenience. You know what I'm saying?
Which
so yeah, that's what it is.
That sucks, but
that's what it is.
That's what we live in, and gotta, like I said, be that mercenary and get around it and find your way to get around it. Yeah.
And, you know, and I don't really. That's the weird part because I worked at 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And it's not something I want to do. And you know, it's like, oh, do what you want. Nah, because what if you don't want to do shit? You can't get paid for not doing shit unless you're an Instagram model. You still got to take pictures. You know what I'm saying? But so I get what you're saying when it comes to that. But it's like we choose to be this part where we at for the 9 to 5s and shit because there's definitely ways out of it. But
just gotta find a way. And honestly,
you don't gotta find it. It's right there.
Yeah, I mean more of like find a way. It's more of like because it really is all in here. You know?
It's mental. Yeah.
It's just all just mind where your mind's at because you feel in prison. You feel like you can't get out.
I mean that's that shit, man.
That's what it is, and that's what it boils down to. It's just like and there are a good amount of people who do like decide to go for the path and the career path, or decide to just get out of a tough situation. And for those ones who do that, I commend them. And for ones who don't do that, get out of those crap situations, man. I feel like they really.
What do you mean?
Like, cause I mean, like you were saying, like I was doing my thing for 6 years, and I knew what the crap I was doing.
Yeah.
I knew everything. I knew what the crap I was gonna have to deal with. But you know, for me, it was more like the jobs I've been doing over the years, man. It's been just character development.
Well, put it like this, bro. I feel like another thing is like no matter where you work or what you do, if it's not necessarily what you want to do, you'll find a reason to complain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And it's just more of like, there's some reasons, but I feel like the people who complain about it instead of getting out of it, shame on them, because if you want something better, you got to go for it.
Oh no, I like negative people, man. I love. You know why I love negative people? The same reason I said before. You never know what a positive effect on somebody has on you unless you have somebody that's negative on you.
Yeah,
you gotta. It's the balance.
I get it, but I feel like I feel like in a sense where like if you're just, I get what it put it, but like if a person's like not happy with the situation, it'll get to a point where it's like, why not change it? Why not get up and do something about it? So they get up every day, you come here every day, and you just saying the same thing over. Yeah. You know you about to get about to get that Snickers bar. You know you about to get it right there. Like ain't nothing new.
Misery, like, misery loves company. We've gotten to this thing now where if someone's too happy, that nigga's weird. You know what I'm saying? Like that motherfucker weird, bro. He always happy. I don't trust that shit. Yeah. And that's our upbringing. That's that we have to figure out there's an issue with something. And, you know, a lot of times when we complain about shit, bro, like we ain't got nothing to complain about. Like you good, bro. Did you eat today? You did, huh? You must be having a good fucking day, bro. Right. Like get out of here. Right. Like so, I get you on that. But that's when it comes to the whole. That's the society shit, bro. We gotta have drama. We gotta have drama, and that's why people. Social media is fucking crazy. It's fucking wild.
And you already know how people are,
wild,
man. Like,
son.
I feel like it's wild because like the whole thing about social media is like people just instead of just them confronting the issue, they'll just go behind the camera.
No, it's easier
and type stuff.
The best thing, it's a gift and a curse, man, because you can be whoever you want to be on social media.
You can be outspoken, but I mean for the negative stigma.
No,
of it,
not even that. I'm just saying like you can pretend to be somebody that you're not. You can pretend to be a tough guy. It's kind of like Ready Player One, but on a very smaller scale.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But social media, I feel like it started as a good thing, but it's pretty toxic. But like I said,
but honestly,
it doesn't have to be.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna be real. I don't think it's social media. It's not. Social media. Can we think about it? Social media wasn't designed to be toxic. If anything, it's just the people.
No. Yeah. Disagree, because you got to look at the algorithms of social media. How they post stuff on your wall, like they'll post the negative shit. It's the algorithm of the system. I'm not saying the people, of course, are toxic, but the algorithm itself. Like I hate to get into politics, but it's just an example. I was looking at when Donald Trump was running to be president, it was easy to find a bunch of bad shit on Donald Trump, only because I didn't necessarily support him. So then I looked on the other end and said positives on Donald Trump, and there's like a ton of it, but they weren't being shown to me. You feel me? And it wasn't like if me and you agree that we don't like Donald Trump and somebody else don't like Donald Trump and they post something that's on your feed, then it automatically, the algorithm puts it on my feed. You feel me? So if you're a Donald Trump supporter, you're being fed all this good shit. And if you're Donald Trump, you're against him, you get fed all this bad shit. Yeah. So in a sense, I'm like, damn, with all this bad shit about Donald Trump, why isn't anyone voting for him? But on the other hand, with all this good shit on Donald Trump, why is no one not voting for him? So it's the algorithm is toxic. Right. It's meant to be toxic.
Of course, but I feel like at the same time, I feel like regardless, if we didn't like fight amongst ourselves, we'd be fine. I feel like that right alone is the problem right there. And what I mean by that is like, for example, if you were to post something on social media, right, you're gonna have some people who are cool with us, people who are against it, and then people who don't say anything about it.
Look, that's my whole thing. But nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking cares,
I feel like
bro.
People don't care, but people do care.
No, but listen,
because if people didn't care, we wouldn't have so many like squabbles on Facebook.
Here's my thing, but my thing is like nobody fucking cares about your opinion, bro. The only reason you're posting on someone else's opinion because you want your opinion heard. Yeah. But no one cares about your fucking opinion either. Like, I didn't care about your opinion. I just want my opinion to be heard. Nobody fucking cares what you ate. Nobody fucking cares where you about to go. Nobody fucking cares what you about. If they didn't ask you on a personal level, they did not fucking care. Right. And we lost that idea. Like, people actually give a shit. Nobody fucking cares if you're having a bad day. If they didn't come out and ask you without being on Facebook, yo, did you have a bad? Nobody fucking cares. Yeah. And I don't know where we lost that concept. that people gave a shit about my day?
Interaction, bro. I feel like
What
it's
happened?
the lack of interaction. The fact that we're not talking to the person, the fact that we're not immersed
In-
in the conversation. It's easier just to type in. Like I said, you could be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, yeah.
And you could just put anything out there.
And I think it's a beautiful thing when
yeah.
it's used correctly, because, like I said, with finding stuff on YouTube, but that I guess that is still social media.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like Instagram or Facebook beef and shit, like nobody fucking cares, bro. Somebody wants something to talk about. Like, unfortunately, the big homie Nipsey Hussle passed away. Hurtful shit, very hurtful shit.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want to post on because Nipsey Hussle's dead. And like, nobody fucking cares that you like Nipsey Hussle. People care that he died, but no one cares that you liked him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my whole thing. Like, you don't have to post like, now that he's dead, I'm gonna post shit. If you weren't posting shit about Nipsey Hussle before he passed, you really shouldn't be posting now that he's gone. Except for R.I.P. But no one cares that you care that he died.
Yeah.
They just care that he died. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the whole thing when I put it down is like, damn, should we be celebrating Nipsey Hussle for his accomplishment because he was doing it before he was passed,
Exactly.
or we should be celebrating the nigga that shot him? And that's deep if you think about it.
Go ahead, elaborate. Go ahead.
Because if it's kind of like the Jesus Judas thing, you feel me? You need that negative energy to alert the positive. The only reason everyone's boasting around about Nipsey Hussle the way they are, especially if they weren't real true fans or understand what he was doing in that city, because that's pretty much home for me. So I understand. I've been knowing about Nipsey Hussle for way too long.
Right.
But I wasn't posting about Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
You feel me? I've been listening to his music, but I wasn't posting about his music being fire. You feel me? I wasn't doing that. But it's like now that he dead, we got a conversation. But we have a conversation because the nigga that shot him, he didn't die of natural, like a heart attack or something like that. You're celebrating the death, not the life. And that's wild because you're celebrating the person who shot him, like Jesus Judas. If Judas didn't do what he did to Jesus, he probably would never been that Jesus.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
The crazy part, bro. Like, honestly, like
the word of the person is a lot louder when they're not here.
Yeah, literally. Same thing with like a bunch of other artists.
And I'm not just putting on Nipsey Hussle.
Oh no, you're good. No, I know.
You're right. All those artists that when they pass, then they blow up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Bro, he was doing that shit before. What?
Right.
So,
nobody cares.
But nobody fucking cares.
It's when you actually gone. That's when they want to actually look.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And that's the thing that's killing me because I was talking to my cousin about it, and I was like, I give it 2 weeks, and that sucks because he definitely needs to be celebrated for the accomplishments he did.
Right.
Definitely, because he did a lot for the community, bro,
Yeah.
for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he was a thug, he was a gangster, so what? But we all knew that. It wasn't nothing new about that.
Right.
But that's what needs to be celebrated, not that, oh, he was my favorite rapper and he did this. It's so sad that he's gone. I'm like, you didn't care when he was here. I know it sounds fucked up.
No. Like I agree. Like I feel like in a sense it's like going to someone's funeral you don't know. That's how I kind of feel about it. And
that's crazy to me. They said they're going to have his
is.
funeral at the Staples Center because in my head I'm like, that's deep for the city. You know, it's dope that he gets that respect.
Yeah.
But it's like, how many of y'all niggas actually knew Nip? And you know what I'm saying? Like, how many of y'all actually had a conversation with Nip? Granted, he probably talked to a lot of people, but I don't know if it's enough to fill up a Staples Center.
Yeah. And I get it. It would have a memorial. I get that.
Oh yeah,
But I feel like if they have the actual funeral, they're probably gonna have just the people that he messed with at the funeral.
Oh, it's probably gonna be more than one, but that's still crazy.
So
that's still crazy. Yeah,
but
I definitely understand.
Honestly, the reason I get it is because it's just more of like it's a way of everybody who like he touched other people. You know?
He did. He did.
His words and
absolutely.
his influence, and that's their final way of saying goodbye, which is honorable.
Which is fair.
Nice.
Which is all
but
fair.
I just feel like
If what did the funeral happen already? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Because if that shit is posted on Facebook, like if someone's like Facebook Live and that shit, I'm gonna be hot.
Yeah,
that's so
cool.
disrespectful,
that's
fam.
That's
so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah, because you don't know him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not just that. It's kind of like, what? You're in the moment right there. You feel me? You're in the moment. You're at the funeral. I don't know if they're selling tickets. I think that'd be crazy. Wow, I didn't even think about that.
I thought about
I didn't even think about
like,
that.
Someone got to pay for it, bro. So if they have 10%, someone got to pay
collect
for
the
that.
bag. I ain't mad. But, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, if they are selling tickets and you paid your money just to put it on Facebook, that's crazy to me.
But it just goes back to what you said, man.
Yeah.
People want to voice themselves. People want to be heard.
Yeah.
And therefore, that's social media right there. But then again, that's not social media. That's just the person
That's
doing his
social.
thing, and then
That's the social,
then
yeah.
he's taking it to social media. They're taking it to social media.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's just what it is. Like I said, man, like I don't think a lot of things I thought about, bro. I don't think it's that. Like for example, another one, money. I don't think money is real or evil, bro. And the reason why is because like money just shows you a person who they really are. Money is the same no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
Evil
Money
doesn't exist, fam, because
it's evil is an illusion, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
people say money is real or evil. But I think money just shows a person who they really are.
I think you can do a lot of evil shit with money.
You of course you can, but you can do a
also
lot of good
good
though.
with money too.
And
but
so that's the whole point is that like it's just more it's perspective. It's more what the person does, and that person makes the choice. So as the money didn't make them make the choice, they made the choice based off the money.
So you think the root of all evil is just mankind? Well,
we toxic the world, the planet. You know what I'm saying? We're cutting down nature, wildlife, and stuff
Yeah,
like
but
that.
I mean-
building cities, polluting the world with
what would you rather
radiation.
us do?
What's up,
What would you rather us do?
man? Like honestly,
I love that question.
I honestly feel like everything should be set out to where we just work together because everyone's so
Nah,
divided.
Absolutely not.
I think so because I feel like the whole issue is that like it's like a bunch of kids not getting along, bro. Everybody wants what everybody
that's
else
all we
has.
are.
And, yeah, and I feel like it's just when you started from small with just neighbors and you just amplify it to like countries, the
Yeah.
same thing. But
That's all we are.
it's
We all
just a larger scale.
Yeah.
I feel like if we all work together, we can soar. We'd already be in space. I'm pretty sure if we all work together, stop fighting, we'd already be at the bottom of the ocean.
Let me tell
I'm
you like
pretty
this,
sure we all
bro.
work
There's a
together,
lot of secrets. Lot of secrets
I
that
know we don't know about. Yeah,
right?
like Antarctica, stuff like that.
But my thing is like this: if you genuinely were told all the secrets, you probably go insane. You probably go crazy. If you were sat down and told everything that was like a conspiracy theory, if that was brought to light, you probably go fucking crazy. So it's like ignorance is bliss, bro. We're getting fed only what they want us to know because it probably pandemonium. You know.
I agree.
Yeah.
And honestly, personally, bro, I'm probably just saying because I don't know.
Yeah, that's
on
what
the
it is.
side,
I feel the same
but-
way. Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like at a point in my life, bro, I want to know what's out
Nah,
there.
you don't.
I do.
Nah, you don't.
I do. I really do. Like,
What it is, we're too bubbled, man. Like our lives are too important to us. What
Honestly-
that's the crazy part.
honestly, bro, like, and you're right. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Even I consider it for myself. Even though, like, my bubbleness wasn't based off of like, oh, I'm better than people. I'm
Yeah,
this
no,
and
no,
that,
no, I'm
I'm
not saying
important.
that.
My bubbleness was more of the
Even if it's a negative bubble,
But it's just
still your
more.
bubble.
I honestly just want to know what's out there. I know. I guess the reason why I feel is because I've lived a life believing I was nothing. So the fact that if someone tells me I'm nothing now, it's not gonna mean nothing to me. It's not gonna affect. It's not gonna
Well,
phase me as much.
it's not even that, bro. It's like
And honestly, bro, I feel like it kind of is because I feel like you said, the importance of you mattering is what keeps
self-awareness.
self-centered.
Yeah,
And I feel like if you're not self-centered, if you're hit with this bombshell, why would you become self-centered all of a sudden?
Not even if you're the most giving person in the world, you're
Not
still
even
even
that.
if you were.
But
You're still
technically You are
self-centered.
self-centered.
You're
but
still
I'm just
self-centered,
saying,
yeah.
but if your mindset is on the self-centered, that's different. But I feel
Yeah.
like if your mindset's not, it would be different for you.
It's
If
impossible
If
to think.
anything, my
Okay.
mind was at with it was
Put
just
it like
more
this,
of
bro.
like,
Can you think of? I really wrap your head around this.
yeah.
Think about the non-existence of self. Like you can't imagine a world. It's literally impossible to imagine a world without you existing in it.
Honestly, bro, like truthfully, I've had many thoughts about and
thoughts,
of course thoughts
yeah,
is one thing.
yeah.
But I mean, like I've thought about it and like thought to myself like what would be without, and I'm like I don't know. And you're right, I don't know. But at the same time, it's just that I know there's more out there. You know,
Oh, I mean,
feel,
definitely.
And honestly,
Yeah.
it's just the fact that I feel like if I knew what life was about, even if it's nothing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like
probably nothing.
at that point, it's like I feel like if I knew that I could do, if somebody explained to me that the world is mine, and they say it, but they say it in a way where it's vague and obviously all the insecurity, all the self-centeredness, and honestly, bro, this is something that blew my mind. We could do any and everything we want to do. We've heard it our whole lives. We've been told that.
It's not true though.
And it is, but it isn't. The reason why I said it is because I feel like, so we all act differently according to like, our what we've been through or experienced. We all act a certain way because of the stuff we experience in life. But if you didn't experience that, you experience differently, you'd act accordingly differently due to your experience, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like if you were to break that shackle of, I'm not going to act based off my experience, I'm going to act because of how I want to act. You know what I'm saying?
Make any sense.
Like, just think about it. Like, I feel like...
I feel it, but it's like the only way you're going to build your character is going through experiences.
Right, and I feel like...
But if you're saying you build your character without experiences, like, you can't.
Exactly, but I feel like character could be whatever we want. We could be technically, well, I'm saying we could be any kind of character we want to be, what we choose to be, who we identify ourselves to be. What I'm saying is that, like,
but you're never gonna be you to everyone.
I know, but I'm saying, but you to you. You know what I'm saying?
You're always you to you.
Exactly, but saying
here's another mindfuck, bro. Nobody knows who you are.
Right.
Nobody will ever know who you are.
Honestly, bro,
because I'm gonna see you a different way.
Yeah.
That your brother would see you, or your dad would see you,
right.
or your nieces and nephews would see you.
So
you're a different person than every person that you meet.
Right.
You're a different person.
But what I'm saying
to everybody you meet. So really, no matter what, nobody's gonna know who you are.
Right. And what I'm saying is that, like, and it's hard because I try to think of ways to explain it. It's just more of like, and this can go into like multiverse, whatever you want to go with this, because I feel like I feel like there is and is no destiny. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is that you can do. What I mean by you can do anything you want. In one reality, you're doing this. In a different reality, you're doing something else completely different.
You.
Yeah, it is you, but it's not you. You know what I'm saying? It's you because
it's not you, though.
You made the choice, but you're not living that choice. You know what I'm saying?
Then
that's
not you.
That's what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying.
It is, but it isn't. And the reason it is because you're not living in that universe. You're living in your own universe.
It's just not you.
I think it is.
Let me tell you why it's not you.
Why?
Because you're who you are because of that experience that you
exactly.
had. Now, if that experience never happened in another situation, that wouldn't be you.
Exactly.
The other person would be you. But this person over here wouldn't be you.
But at the same time, it's weird. It's weird. But like, I feel like it I get what you're saying because you wouldn't be doing those things.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole idea.
Like if we didn't exist, and you were not cultivating, like that wouldn't be you because this is you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like no one's ever gonna know who you are.
Right. And that's the thing.
Because no one's ever gonna be there for every experience of who you are.
And honestly, I feel like, and this is what I honestly don't think we know who we are. To be honest.
No, we do.
I think
we just know what we look like.
We do, but I feel like we don't.
We do. We just don't know what we look like.
I don't know. Maybe I thought really deep into it.
Yeah, I mean, but look.
But I mean,
every time you see yourself, it's from a reflection, a picture, a mirror.
Right.
You've never seen yourself like raw. So you know who you are, you just know what you look like.
Right.
And just like everyone else knows Dream, but they don't know who Dream is. Because they, like, we're talking right now, but I don't know what you think of yourself in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have my own thought of you, just like you don't thought of me. So I don't know you the way anybody else would know you.
Right.
And you don't see yourself the same way I see you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I thought about that too. I thought about that. Because like look in the mirror, it's different from someone else's perspective.
Absolutely.
But like I'm trying to like find a way to say it. But like
cranberries. I don't know.
That too. But I love cranberry juice.
Shit.
Like that. But I mean, it really is just like I don't know. And I guess the best way to put it would be like The Matrix. Reloaded?
No, man. Look, see, that's the whole thing.
And I'm
can't base it off of movies and shit.
No, but look. So it was this one scene that what I'm trying to explain. All right.
Okay.
When Reloaded, when Neo went into that room, right?
Yeah.
And he sat in there, and all those TVs turned on.
Mm-hmm.
That was him, but it was not him. That's what I'm saying. It was him, but not him.
Right. So it wasn't him.
Every outcome happened was different. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
I get you. That's the multiverse explanation.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that.
And that's what I mean. It's just like the better way, I guess, how I simplify it is that it's like there's you in different realities. What reality are you living?
So that's the beauty of it all, because that thought process, that theory, that's your reality. To you, that's truth, because that's your belief, and that's amazing. But it's like if I say some shit like that ain't you, like to me that's right. That don't make it right.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Yeah. So it's like I'm trying to convince you that you're wrong.
No, I get it.
Not at all.
I'm
just saying like differences. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And like honestly, another thing I thought about, I actually talked to one of my friends about this at one point too, and he told me like even I was blown away that scientists were thinking about the same thing too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it just
But
more,
scientists always thought they also thought the world was flat. So.
It was
you know what I'm saying?
but I was thinking was that like, what if you were able to tap into that mindset?
Would you want to?
Yeah.
You want to figure out all the dreams?
I would because
there's a dream out there that dog shit, fam.
Because you know what the reason why is because
there's a dream out there nothing on his face, fam.
Hey man, if Dream's nothing on his face, that dream is nothing all over his face. You know what I'm saying? That's not the dream I am. But the reason why I would love that is because I feel like how cool would it be is that every single Cameron, had a different trade, and you just tap into that mind and you just pull from that. You get what I'm saying?
At that
You
point,
pull. You can just. I'm saying
it's not a reach for dreams. That's a reach for knowledge.
Yeah, but I mean, just to know how that dream ticks, to know how that Cam did this because of this reason, that Cam knows this, and then
you want to know why that dream's done on his face.
It's like, yeah, I would want to know that. I would want to know that. I'm like, bro,
what happened?
Let's talk, bro. What happened, bro? Why are you taking us to the face left and right, bro? I mean, granted it's yours, but what? Why?
God.
But I'm just saying, that's stuff I do think about. And that stuff I think that's fascinating because I feel like there's so much knowledge, so much stuff in the world we don't understand. The whole idea of things beyond our comprehension, things we
Could
don't.
you imagine if you knew everything?
I can't.
Yeah, it would suck.
I can't.
It would suck. Why wake up the next morning? You know everything.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like if I knew everything, it's just like, what can I do at that point?
Whatever the fuck you want, you know everything.
Yeah.
That's whack.
And I don't know.
There's no drive for anything.
I don't know.
There's no drive for anything.
I don't know.
Bro, you know everything. There's nothing anymore. You would know the meaning of life? Oh, fuck that. There's nothing. Bro, I would probably, because suicide would be the best bet if you knew everything.
It could be, but I don't
like to make
think
jokes
so.
about
No,
that,
no,
but
no,
it's
no.
like, if you know everything, there's no kind of gathering information, because that's all we do all day is gather information.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
That's literally all we do, from sleeping, shitting, all the things, is gathering information. And if you know all that, and there's no information to gather, it's kind of like, all right. I think that's like beating the game 100%.
What is it left to do? Yeah.
Except for what? Start over or not play it anymore.
Yeah. True that.
That's
True that.
You don't want that, fam.
But I feel like at that point,
could you imagine knowing how everyone openly the truth about everybody? They couldn't hold the truth alive from you at all. Nobody wants to know the fucking truth. Nobody wants the whole fucking truth. Yeah. That's what? Come on, man. No, you don't want that. So it's like, yeah.
At that point, I guess if I didn't go crazy, I guess I would do Jesus. I would try to teach people.
It wouldn't be crazy at that point. And you wouldn't try to teach people because you would know these motherfuckers ain't gonna listen.
Right. But I feel like at that point I feel like I would just find selective people. And honestly, we don't, and that would be hard because you already know. You don't know.
You already know.
Yeah.
You're missing the point.
Yeah.
That's still you searching for something, but you got all the answers.
Yeah,
now.
That's it.
Yeah.
I guess I would go crazy.
Bro, I couldn't call it crazy because you know everything. So it's not crazy. At that point, you're at the utmost sane. And that's probably crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
So you don't want that, bro. You don't. I mean, even having the knowledge of all that, some shit you just is better off not knowing. You're like, oh, how did that person know? I was like, nigga, I don't even want to know. You would know all that shit. Yeah. You don't want that, bro. Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah. You would know where to find the kill rooms on the dark web. Do you really want to know where to find that shit?
No.
I
guess that's funny. No. That's funny. I guess my head was that if I could understand the universe, I can go anywhere. That's kind of what it is.
I mean, but even if you understood the universe, you personally, it'd still just be your perspective. So in a sense, you understand the universe. Of
course. But I feel like knowing is half the battle. I feel like the experience would be different. You know what I'm saying? If I can go at any point in time,
like I'm saying, that's the search for knowledge, fam.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. But my thing, you want to know. You don't want to. That's a weird way to explain it. You want to have the goal to know, but you don't want to already know. That's like someone saying, "Here's a book on your life," and then it's like, "Fuck, do I read the end?" I don't want to read that shit.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, I feel and that would go into the whole idea of destiny, bro. I feel
the game?
No, not the game. No. Just the whole thing. I feel like no story is technically, in a sense, set in stone.
Or what if I challenge you with this? Every story is stepping stone.
I don't know.
That's the fun part that really fucks you
because
up.
I feel like if that was the case, then that means that every outcome is technically the same. And honestly, that would make sense in a certain degree because there's been times where I felt like yesterday I was thinking to myself, I've been to this before.
Bro.
Like, and I thought to myself, what if deja vu is like an epiphany? You realizing you made a checkpoint. You made it this far. Last time you didn't make it that far. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You didn't make, but there hasn't been time where you like
deja vu.
I've
shit?
seen this before.
Yeah,
I had this moment. Like, why am I? Like it would make sense.
It's easy to say like destiny is real and fake, and you're both right because it's like if I don't choose to go left this time, that was me breaking destiny. But at the same time, like nigga, that was you to go.
You choose your own destiny.
You're supposed to go left.
Yeah.
Like even if you're not choosing those choices, like you feel like you're not. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you do,
right,
that could be what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And there's really no way to say different.
And honestly, bro, like I'm gonna kind of get you with this one real quick, and we kind of ended this whole multiverse thing and the whole. Yeah. So I'm gonna drop this bomb. I'm just do. So bombs. The whole God complex, the whole God thing, right? Like I feel like
going to religion on episode 1.
But hear me out. We're only taking this part of it. Now we're not gonna talk about the whole every other religion. I'm talking about the aspect of like, what if Adam and Eve was a simulation?
Bro, look, okay.
And the reason why I say is because I say is because think of it like this. They talk about how God's all knowing, God knows everything's gonna happen, but He doesn't know when. And the reason why I say that what if the simulation is what if He's trying to get that perfect utopia world? He's trying to build that world, and therefore we're making the decision and seeing every outcome.
Everything though, because
it does, but it doesn't.
If he's all knowing, just like if you would have been all knowing, then He would have just made the perfect world.
But what if He wants to have He gives us a choice. He gives us free will. That's free will. There are a million outcomes. There's a million ways this can happen.
That goes right back into destiny.
So it's what you're going to do. He knows what's going to happen. But he doesn't know how. He doesn't know when it's going to happen.
Then he doesn't know.
I don't know. I mean, he knows what's going to happen. He doesn't know when it's going to happen.
That's the same thing. Then he doesn't know. But my thing is like this: if He gave you free will, but He knows everything, then He knows what you're going to choose already. That's not really free will.
I don't know, but I feel like if you can make any choice, what choice are you gonna make?
It's not honestly, a choice if you're destined to make that choice.
I don't know because I feel like that's what it is. Like that's the thing, you know, right there when you think about it. Because it's like you go off experience.
Yeah,
you can experience anything a million different ways.
If you're talking about it this way, the all-knowing, then He lined up those experiences already.
You just gotta pick one.
Oh, it's not even you picking one.
I feel like it's
He knows. He knows what you're gonna pick.
I feel like. You can pick. That's what I'm saying. You
have to go off the.
You have to go
destiny.
You have to. That's what I'm saying. You decide. You can pick. There are so many. That's what I'm saying. Multiverse. There's so many different choices.
I get what you're saying.
You just got to pick your own choice, and at that point, you just got to go on from that point.
But if you believe in God, you really can't believe in the multiverse. Because then
who says that?
Because it's not free will.
Who says that?
Because if there's multiverses, that one multiverse is made for you to do a certain thing. That isn't free will.
Okay, but I feel like at the same time, which that's good. Yeah, that's very good. That's very good. But I feel like at the same time, I feel like more of just like you're right, but in a sense, like you don't know what choice that you're designed to make.
You don't know in that multiverse. Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have multiverse and God in the same conversation, like
one
has to exist.
And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's both. Maybe and that's what I'm saying. I feel like and this is one of the things like I think about that the whole I forgot what it was called. What the thing was called. It's like when
titty nipples.
it was called that's funny, titty nipples.
You can't think about nothing else now. Titty nipples.
No, but like, I can't think of the term. But it was like, for example, the Mandela effect.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like that.
That's real.
Like, what if that is like a simpler example of a way that us shipping into a different reality universe,
bro?
Because
first of all, that's way too deep.
It is deep. It is deep. But that's what I'm saying. Because the reason why is because like you think something's like this, but something changes. Reality changes. Just like I think that time is simultaneous.
Jiffy?
Time is just space.
Remember Jiffy peanut butter, right?
Yeah.
You do?
I remember Jif peanut butter.
You don't remember Jiffy peanut butter?
No.
Fuck out of here. No. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Dead serious.
Jiffy peanut butter was definitely a fucking peanut butter.
Remember Jif?
It's Jif now.
Remember Jif?
It's Jif now. But it was
See?
definitely
See,
a Jiffy.
that's what I'm saying.
It was Skippy and Jiffy. I don't care what nobody said. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that could be something simple as you just stepped in that certain spot.
Remember the dude from
Wild?
like what's that shit like? The crazy dude ate the crazy food or whatever. Andrew Zimmerman.
Crazy. Who was it?
The bald dude, the little chubby bald dude, ate all the crazy ass food. He's like on Travel Channel. If you don't know, you don't know.
Chubby kid.
He's not a kid. It's a dude. It's Andrew Zimmerman.
Andrew Zimmerman.
His name is Andrew Zimmer. Like Zimmerman, it's Zimmer now or some shit like that. But it was, and I swear to God, it was Andrew Zimmerman. Okay. But I feel like after that whole fucking Trayvon shit happened, like his name changed all of a sudden, and you can't find it the other way.
Yeah.
I'm not tripping. I don't care what nobody says.
No. But it's just something simple as that. You know, it could be, and I feel like the reason why, like, it just things beyond our comprehension. There's so much stuff in this world we don't know about. Understand?
I just be over it, bro, because I know one day I'm gonna die. It's not gonna matter what I think.
I guess it's just more like, what am I gonna do while I'm here? That's what it is.
What the fuck you want to do?
Exactly, and that's what I want to do.
Yeah. What the fuck you want to do?
But I mean, at the same time, I don't know. I think that's interesting. That's fascinating to me. You know, just
I mean, absolutely. But that's the shit. That's because nigga, that's that high smoking. Because you start thinking about that shit really tough when you high. But I get you. I get you.
Honestly, before I even did start smoking.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
but that's we're not programmed to question.
No, we're programmed to just accept what we're being told, and that's it.
Absolutely.
We're not meant to.
And that's what I wanted to do with this is just question the shit that we're supposed to just be used to.
Yeah.
You know. So this is very productive. I feel.
Hell yeah.
But we're just not programmed to question things. We're not programmed to question why we think we should get married. We're not programmed to question why the next step in life is having kids. We're not programmed for that shit. And there's a lot of people that just choose not to do it.
Right.
But the norm, you know what I'm saying? The norm is geared towards that. And,
right.
And it fucks with my head too because I'm like, damn, I can't wait to be married. At the same time, I'm like, that's stupid. And this is personal, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like my perspective on marriage was like, obviously it's a contract. You're signing the contract agreement.
It's an agreement,
bro. That's what it is. But I mean, like, I feel like a relationship's a relationship regardless of not. You just get the title. That's what a marriage really is. Because you're still in a relationship. You're still committed.
It's just legal now.
Yeah, it's a title. It's paper.
Yeah,
but I feel
license
like,
saying that you can do that shit.
Exactly. So I feel like if anything, like, I feel like finding a partner is just finding that person to go on a life journey with. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a short term.
Well, that's fucked up though, because like when you think about a life journey, you don't think about, and it's just throwing this out there. You don't think about their life journey, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, bro, I feel you on that.
Yeah,
honestly,
you know what I mean.
There's been many times I've really asked my lady, "How are you?" I always try to pick her brain, make her because from her.
But that's still your life journey to pick her brain. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like when you think about, I want someone to share my life journey with. It's like you don't want them to have their life journey. You want them to share your life journey.
I don't know.
That, bro, I'm not speaking on you. I'm speaking on normality.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it was when someone to journey do my life journey with me, it's like you really don't. That's selfishly speaking. At the end of the day,
yeah.
And it's like if you really wanted to take part of their life journey, you would have to give up yours. But it's our life journey. Like, not really. Somebody's still taking the L in this. Like you're not doing the things that. And I could be wrong about it. It's obviously not every fucking situation. Yeah. And obviously I have no facts behind this. It's just me speaking off the top of my head.
Honestly, all this stuff is really just it's perspective. It's literally all this
everything in the world that we hold near and dear, good, bad, love, hate, evil, every one of those things are perspective.
Yeah.
Every one of those things.
Yeah. And it's crazy,
that's
bro.
Fucking wild.
It's crazy. I talk to people, and I've gotten so many debates about no, there is good and evil, blah 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 blah.
No, there's only good and evil to you.
And the thing about it, and one of their fans was about if a person goes and he kills a bunch of kids, that's evil. In a sense, yeah, that would be evil. But
where are these kids at? What are these kids doing? There's no breakdown to this. A person that they shouldn't, in my opinion.
Right.
But a person could have a good reason why he wants to kill kids. He may see kids differently in his eyes than I see kids. And I can't necessarily call him evil.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they be like, no, that's bad. You should be, no.
But why do you, but my thing is like, when you think about life and death, and this is gonna sound fucked up, but I'm ready for it. It's like, why is that kid's life more important than yours? And no one can really, because it's a fucking kid. They didn't have to be here. Like, yeah, I was a kid too. I didn't have to be here.
Exactly.
So, like, why if a burning building is going down, I have to save the women and children first? Like, why? It. I think you should, but I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Because someone told you, so you get less of a value because you're a man,
Yeah.
or you get less of value because you're not a child anymore. I was like, oh, but then when you get old, you gotta save old people too. I was like, wait a minute, so. So, hold on. When am I going to be on top of the list of getting saved here?
Right.
So I see what you're saying on that, but it's like that was the society. Society gave us that rule.
That was the statement we were given.
Yeah, women and children first, and old people.
I
And I
think
don't
it's
think it's stupid because maybe I'm okay with being brainwashed in this sense. Like, I think women and children should go first, but it's like if you break down, like, well, why? Because they can't. They need you to protect them. It's like if I'm sacrificing my life for this kid to survive, what happens when I'm gone? Is the kid still like? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's like a situation running from dinosaurs, and I sacrifice my life to save a kid from a dinosaur, now the kid's alone with dinosaurs. He's still gonna fucking die. He's still gonna fucking die. But yet I could have let the kid die and got away, and I have a better chance of surviving on my own. But I digress. There's no dinosaurs, thanks God. But it's like I'd never understood that. It's like that's just the normality we've been fed.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
What it is. Yeah, and honestly, bro, this is something that really bothered me, and I don't want to say bothered me, but it's something that really blew my mind. I feel like the more people that are being brought in this world, the less humanity it means.
I think.
And the reason why I say that is because if you have one thing, it's valuable. The more of it you have becomes less valuable. And in a sense, we are, but we aren't materialistic. Meaning that we do treat people as materialistic in the sense, you're my friend. That's a title. That's materialistic.
Ownership.
You know what I'm saying?
Ownership, yeah.
And I feel like at the same time, if you have more of something, it becomes less valuable.
Yeah, if you have one friend compared to if you have 50 friends, no, you're right on that.
And that's what I feel like. The fact that there's more people in humanity, people become less important because I feel like I'll let you go on this.
When we going?
Yeah, I want to shoot you go. Because like you wanted to say something.
No, I'm listening to what you're saying. It's actually that's deep, but it's like, and I guess in a sense that's where. If you had 15 or 20 kids, it's easy to miss a 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? But if you have one kid, it's easy to spoil one. If you have 19 girlfriends, it's easy to forget about one instead of having one girlfriend.
You're taking something small, you're just amplifying.
That's all it is. But at the end of the day, no matter what relationship you have, whether it be a friend, girlfriend, wife, child, it's ownership. Yeah, it's all ownership. Like that's my friend, that's my kid, that's my. And I was talking to this girl the other day, and actually I wasn't really talking to her. It was just a conversation sparked up, and she's like, I saw a picture. This is way off the grid. I saw my son on Snapchat with his dad, and he have a seatbelt on. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm going to call him and yell at him for not making my son put the seatbelt on. I'm like, wait, what? Why? And she was like, because he needs to have a seatbelt on. I was like, granted, but why are you going to call and yell at him? And she was like, well, that's because my son, and my son needs to have a seatbelt on. I was like, well, first of all, that's y'all son. Y'all. Like, he wouldn't be here without you. Right. And, you know what I'm saying? And so what do you mean that all of a sudden it's your son? She's like, yeah, but he knows better. I was like, well, if that's your son and you have a majority of the time, isn't at this point your fault that your kid didn't know to get in the seat, put the seatbelt on? She was like, well, no. I was like, well, does he call you and chastise you in your in parenting when your son's with you? Like, no, he doesn't do that because he knows I take care of mine. I'm like, well, obviously not if your kid doesn't know better to put the seatbelt on. But see, yeah. So it's like all of a sudden is your son when you see some but when I put the blame on you, you're like, But that's the ownership. You want to own it when like I taught you better than that, or you're not doing something right to my child. But it's like that's still y'all child. Right. If he had a seatbelt on and died, what would you say then? Like but if he had a seatbelt off and lived, I'm so glad I didn't teach him how to put a seatbelt on. So. It's ownership. Right. You only gonna own it when you want to, when it benefits you. Right. So when you're talking about like more is less in a sense, and less is more. I mean, you're absolutely right. But like in every sense that you just spoke of, whether it be friends, children.
You can't argue. It's true.
Less is better. Shit.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have 50 fucking friends that I can't trust instead of having 2 or 3 or 4. I don't want to have like 50, 11 girlfriends when I could just have one. I don't want to have 1,000 kids because that's just expensive. They stop paying you taxes after 3. Just, yeah, I don't want that shit. So, yeah, I get you.
And honestly, like, my other thing on the whole kid, I feel like kids, and this is something I just thought to me, kids is meant to continue the generation. It's meant to keep the pace going. What I mean by that is more of like, all right, when you're a kid, your parents were born, they lived their life, and they had to raise up, and they gave birth to you. And the whole concept is, and this is why I kind of came behind it, we were taught to give what we weren't given. You know, we were, not everybody, but I was told, my parents, like, I wanted to give you what I wasn't given.
Never had,
you know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah.
And I look at it as a way just to like, because like, you know, you have some families who are born rich families, stuff like that, and they're just rich. Some families who literally start from the ground up and get a job, and then they have kids, and they raise their kids to get better jobs, and then they grow up, and they get married, and then they have kids.
It's legacy.
And exactly.
Yeah.
And it's more of, it's just like you're trying to continue the legacy and to grow to make your family prosper and do better. That's what I think. That's why I honestly feel that's what family really should be about. Is like you have your family. Your family should be your community.
Yeah.
You know, and you have your circle, and of course you got people from the outside you'd bring in. You know what I'm saying? People who are not blood related, because you don't need to have family to be blood related.
Family has nothing to do with blood. Family.
Exactly. And I feel like just on top of that, you know, it's just more of like branching out and building something big. You know what I'm saying? And just for the next legacy to continue on.
Yeah, but
you
that's kind of a contradiction to what you just said, though.
It kind of is.
Because the less people you put on this earth, the better it becomes. But at the same time,
I mean,
you want to build your legacy by putting people on this earth.
I'm not saying like let's have like 5 kids. I mean more of like.
What if you have 2 kids and 2 die?
Then I guess you either gonna have more babies or that's it, bro. That's
the legacy stop.
That's 2. They got 2 choices.
Unfortunately, that does happen.
Yeah. And at that point, like you said, family's not blood, so you can have somebody from outside source. I'm gonna teach you the ways. I'm gonna show you how.
If you're allowed to,
you know what I'm saying?
Because of someone else that has a parent that doesn't want you to be their mentor.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, what if that kid grew up? He never had a mentor. He never had that person to show him the way, and therefore here you are with all this knowledge and all this accessibility, and so you know this person has potential, and so what do? You give him that. You put that effort into him, you or her, and you grow that person up to be great and exceed and do something. Even if it's not your own family, it's just more. It's just more. I know.
Bro, we gotta go ahead and cut this. Yeah, shit, it's been like 2 hours, man.
We've been going in for
it's
2 hours
good.
now, and this is the rabbit hole. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about everything.
Hole.
Yeah, man.
But hopefully you edit the fuck out of this because this is long as shit.
Yeah. And honestly, we're gonna cut it right here because this has been going for too long. You know what I'm saying? Not too long. We loving it. We're enjoying it. And
we're gonna put it like this. We're gonna try to do this. Try to put out weekly content.
Bi-weekly, yeah.
We'll come here bi-weekly, but we'll try to put out weekly content.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna have people come in. We're gonna just keep it going. We're gonna have more of a set topic. Yeah. Because obviously we could talk for 2 hours and I'm definitely not done.
Yeah. We can talk forever. We can talk forever. That's the whole point. Like I said, we
man. But I'll catch y'all. It's been real. It's been amazing. Thank you for joining us in the rabbit hole.
And like I said, it's your boy Dream.
Blackness.
And like I always say, man, hope y'all stay cool and smooth. And remember, it's all Dream.